Hello, my name is Chloe and I am a part of Fresh Take Consultancy. Today I'll be explaining the vision of both the client and Netball Australia and the consultancy group FTC with the event purpose and targets. This presentation will go into more detail for how the FTC will deliver the event and milestones that will form the key performance indicators for successful event. Firstly, I will be explaining the two event activities FTC have come up with to help improve the mission for Netball Australia. The rural event will take place in two states within Australia, one being New South Wales in the town of Dubbo, and the second being held in Western Australia in the town Kalgoorlie. The events will run from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. on the 13th of April 2019, and the suburban event will run on the 20th of January, as this is school holidays, allowing for families to have an option to participate. The suburban events will take place in Sydney at Kudos Bank Arena, Melbourne at Margaret Court Arena, Adelaide at Priceline Stadium, Brisbane at Brisbane Event Centre, and lastly Perth at HBF Stadium. Each event will have a meet and greet, a lesson by representatives, a demonstration game, and then attendees will have the opportunity to have a game with the representatives. These representatives will be the netball team associated with each state. Activation 1 will involve netball associations across Australia running a season incentive with competitions and prizes donated by sponsors for things such as cars, airfare tickets or free drinks. To be eligible for prizes, competitors must watch a Netball Australia national game and enter online through a link on their regional Netball Association web page, explaining their favourite part of the game, additionally identifying which quarter it happened in. The second activation will include giving out coloured bands to the most active children to encourage participation in specifically netball, however it can be other sports as well. This type of wristband given will allow the child to get a free item. This item will be donated by the different sponsors associated with Netball Australia, and these wristbands can be won through participation in netball or sporting activities at school given by teachers or at participating schools or at participating leisure centres. There are 5 goals, the first being extending the reach and followers of Australia through Suncorp Super Netball Final Series in 2019. Secondly, we'll see an increase in support by 5% but from grassroots players and supporters all the way through to adult men and women. Thirdly, there'll be existing and new sponsors and partners that are directly involved in the event, benefiting financially and through exposure and extending business. Fourthly, sponsors benefit Netball Australia through monetary support and providing products and services that can be offered to attendees through competitions. And lastly, accurately measure the results of the events to determine success through quantitative and qualitative methods. The main disadvantage that Netball Australia must overcome, which can be achieved through these events, is the threat of other sports in Australia being more popular and/or acting as a substitute for netball. The way these events can overcome this threat is through the focus of our target audience. Our main target audience is children aged 6 to 15. The events are designed to ensure maximum involvement, as this is what proven to be most effective through the approach to engage with the children and teenagers. Our secondary target market is adults, specifically women aged 17 to 55. The training and demonstration are tailored to show both men and women who are older what's involved in netball, and are encouraged without judgment or discrimination to be involved and learn new skills. There are 4 logistics that we need to remember. So inbound logistics, we will need to utilise the current operating systems that handles Netball Australia's receiving, storage and distribution of merchandise and equipment, as the events taking place are across multiple locations in the country. This is the most affordable way. Marketing and sales, this will ensure success. Having the Netball Australia team working with Channel 9 Entertainment as well as FTC will ensure a powerhouse of commercial power, exposure and best visibility for the event and Netball Australia. Procurement. Netball Australia's CRM consultative approach to managing their relationships with their stakeholders and suppliers is a key part in maintaining and using existing stakeholder sponsors and supplier relationships for the project. Technological development. The MyNetball technology platform and online self-registration system can be a key piece of technology that will be able to determine, since the project has been in place, how many registrations there are. They have been capturing key figures to determine the success of the events. The budget has been set at $100,000 plus the consultancy fee. As mentioned in the research report, there will be minimal of decor displayed to maintain a safe and clean environment for the activities happening during the event. FTC will use this saving as an advantage to assist in making the event financially viable. FTC have secured sponsorship agreements with companies that are well known in active communities, do not have conflicting messages with other sponsors of the event, and are able to offer investments to support Netball Australia's vision to see more Australian communities watch and understand netball. These sponsorships are key to success and will have a large impact when budgeting for the event. FTC has sourced venues that are suitable for the event to be held in, as well as the venues that include to cover many items necessarily for an event to run. This will aid the budget as well as support the event running smoothly, as the amenities included in the venue hire is required by the venue hire contract to be in working and functioning order. The venue will also include lighting, scoreboards, rubbish cans, toilet facilities, and general housekeeping, allowing for FTC to not be surprised by hidden costs. FTC will look for savings wherever possible without sacrificing the safety and security of the event, as well as participants and stakeholders involved. The budget will be adjusted as locations for the original areas are secured and the celebrity players confirm their attendance. FTC takes risks really seriously. Risks are looked into for physical injuries as well as damage that can be done to the reputation of the event being hosted, the company of the event it's for, and FTC itself as the venue. Risk can also come in the form of legal requirements when it comes to the local, state, and national government standards. FTC will confirm these requirements prior to the first proposal, as they can affect the budget and the affordability of the event. Risk can be mitigated by having participants signing waivers, and FTC will supply the waivers and customize a system to have them fulfilled out correctly from the participants prior to any participant beginning their netball journey. There are two major limitations and sensitivities that FTC need to consider. So the first one being the lack of facilities in the rural areas. This can be mitigated through researching an estimated percentage of participants in the rural community and giving transport options for those in the distant community. Secondly, we'll need to ensure the community identity and social capital is accounted for and mitigated by including the wider community. So how will we measure the success? It will be measured through the KPIs based on the number of attendants, measured through ticket sales and crowd counters. The money earned from the event will be calculated by creating a balance sheet considering the costs and the profits. Additionally, the surveys will be encouraged through the event and sent post the event for attendees to complete. The first activation will be measured through entrance of the competition and the second activation through amounts of school and leisure centres participating and the prizes claimed. These recommendations set in motion are aimed to achieve and overcome the problems and opportunities discussed in the Phase 1 of the report. Through addressing the Developing Men and Women of Australia project in further detail, as well as addressing what Fresh Take Consultancy can beyond what is initially asked. An analysis of the sponsors and partners' involvement along with acknowledging recommendations for many other project management procedures. Fresh Take Consultancy are able to achieve the goals that Netball Australia wish to achieve. Thank you so much, Netball Australia, for considering Fresh Take Consultancy as one of your consultancy groups to achieve the different goals and objectives you had for this project.